Okay, so today what we're going to be looking at is how to make a works cited page for a research paper. I know a lot of y'all haven't done very many research papers yet, but when you're in high school and you're in college, you'll do a whole lot of them. So what we're actually looking at here is a research paper that I did when I was in college. So we're going to look at kind of what it looks like to have a source in a research paper and then how to properly use that source. So let's look at this little area right here. You can see that I quoted something from a book within the quotations here. And right next to my quote, you have where it says Abbott 58. Now what this means is the title or the name of the author that wrote this quote is Abbott, and it was found on page 58. But you may be wondering, well, what book is that from? Well, the way that the teacher and the way that you know what book it's from is you need to go all the way down here to the works cited page and find the author. Alright, so we found the author right here. It's Abbott. And we know the book that I was quoting is from the History of King Richard III of England. What else can we figure out from the works cited? We got the name, we got the book title. We can also figure out where it was published, the city. We can figure out the publisher, which was Harper and Brothers. We can figure out the year it was published, which was 1886. And we can also figure out what type of medium it was, and this was print. This could also say other things like a website. That's a different type of medium. It could be an article, it could be a magazine, but this is print, which means it's from a book. So we're going to go to a blank document. Make this full screen. Actually, I'm going to leave this to be partial screen because I'm also going to be using this part of the screen for something else. So I'm going to go over here to where it says reference. Now yours is going to start on the home. You need to go to where it says reference. From reference, we're going to use something. We're going to be staying in this box right here that says citations and bibliographies. Now the first thing I want you to do is make sure that the style is set as MLA. Most of your research papers will be in MLA. Some will be in other types of style, but we're going to go and do an MLA. And we're going to go to where it says insert, and we're going to go to add new source. Okay. Now if this pops up here and it asks us for different information for our source. Now the first book we're going to be using is going to be called The Martian. It was made into a movie as well, but we were using the book for our first source. So I'm actually going to open up a web page here. You can see I'm on Amazon, and I just went to Amazon and I typed in The Martian book and I searched for it, clicked on it, and it takes me to the page. Now why am I using this? Because Amazon is just a really easy way to find information out about your book, about the source that you're using. So we know we can get pretty much all the information we need from this website, from this web page. So the author of the book is Andy Weir. Let's type that in. The title of the book is The Martian. Type that in. The year it was published. I'm actually going to scroll down here to get the rest of this information. I'm going to go where it says product details. And we can see that it was published in 2014. Type that in. Now I can't find a city, so I'm actually just going to leave that blank. The publisher is Broadway Books, and the medium is print. Alright, so I'm just going to hit OK, and it's going to pop up. It's going to show just a little citation mark here. Now this would normally go inside of your actual research paper, right next to where your quote was. So it would look typically look something like this. It would look like, I am the Martian. That's my quote. Okay, and then you would have the citation mark right next to it. We're not actually writing a research paper for this class, so I am not going to have you do that. But just know that this would typically go inside of your actual paper. So we're going to do one more source, and our source here, the last one, is going to be The Cat in the Hat. Okay, click on it, and once again we'll go to Insert Citation. We'll go to Add New Source. It is a book. Author would be Dr. Seuss. Title is The Cat in the Hat. We do have a year. Excuse me, 1957. I already know we're not going to be able to find the city, but that's okay. The publisher is Random House, and the medium is print once again. and we're gonna hit OK. Once again, there it looks like the exact same. That would go inside your research paper. Okay, so now we want to create a works cited page for our two sources here. First thing we need to do is put it on a separate page. So I'm going to hit Control Enter. That's going to bring up a different page for me. And I'm going to go up to this button right here that says Bibliography. And I have different options that it's giving me. We're trying to make a works cited page, so we're actually going to click on Works Cited. Now when I click on it, it automatically makes my works cited page for me. You can see it has the name of the author, it has the name of the book, it has the name of the publisher, the year, and the type of medium it's in. So one thing I do want to change though is your works cited, where it actually says works cited, should be at the center of the page. All your works cited needs to be double spaced, but it automatically does that for you. It needs to be in ABC order based off the last name, but it automatically does that for you too. And so pretty much this will automatically create your works cited page for you. You can still edit things by just clicking inside of the box, or by editing your source up here. So if you want to edit your source, you could click on the source and hit this little arrow and go to Edit Source, and you could change any of the things inside of it. Okay, and then that would subsequently change any of the information that is presented right here. So we're going to do a assignment called Works Cited, and yeah, if you need any help, just raise your hand.